Hello, beautiful angels. It is Olivia Grace, and I am back with another video. And in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys how to shift quickly and stop entertaining bullshit thoughts. Of course, this is kind of a known thing, but I'm going to break this down in a way where you shift quicker because it really is about what you're choosing and identifying as in the moment. And I've been doing a God State challenge recently. I'll put it up here if I can even put it this early in the video. But during like my experience so far, doing it is just noticing how many times I come out of the state of being complete and whole and perfect and go into, well, this is going to take time, or, well, that's not quite true yet, or I can't claim that desire yet. Um, as amazing as I think that I am and that we all are at manifesting, I'm just seeing there's so much room for us to really embrace the God self in every single moment. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. But if you're new here, I'm Olivia Grace. This is the Master Manifestors channel. Here, I talk about law of assumption, manifestation, all that good stuff. So if you're into that, then I'd love to have you be a part of the channel. But yeah, I have ways that I can help you in the description if you want to check that out. But other than that, I'm just going to jump straight into the video. So the first thing to really allow this to hit home is no time and parallel realities. So I talk a lot about no time in my lives. Those of you who have been a part of the channel know I usually go live a lot. I'm trying to get the live situation figured out. So for now, I probably won't be going live, but I have a ton of lives and videos on time. Um, but understanding that there is no time and that everything is existing in this now moment is pretty crucial to being able to manifest instantly and especially what we're going to be talking about as far as like deepening into your God state and not entertaining bullshit thoughts. Because what I noticed for myself, just watching myself, is the thought process is, well, there's more for me to do, right? There's more for me to do. There's resistance. There's this or there's that, right? And what time implies is that there's a process, right? That you can, in this moment, be not the version who has it and have things to do that will lead you to being the version who has it, right? And so, you kind of get stuck in that loop, right? Triangle is what I call it. But understanding that there is no time. So either you are accepting your desire in the moment or not, right? And of course, this is not based off of what you're seeing in 3D, which I feel like we all know that, but we claim to know that, but we still decide what is ours based off of what we can see, hear, touch, whatever. But really correctly utilizing the law of assumption, you should be accepting your desires as yours in the instant and every instant that it comes up into your mind. Okay. So, knowing that there's no time removes the process. It removes the logical brain's idea of, well, you're not there yet. There's things you have to do. There's a process that you have to become. Now, I want to pause right here and say that, of course, you can manifest that way, right? A lot of us, most of us started manifesting in a process. We started manifesting with the idea that we are incomplete or we are not exactly what we need to be in order to get something, and the process of becoming who we need to be, even, or even as far as going, you know uh attracting the thing into the life, like we've done all those different stages. This is something different though, and I feel like this is really at the core and the root of the law of assumption and of manifestation of the, like, the purpose, one of the big purposes of all this, which is to know yourself as God and know yourself as whole and complete and perfect now. And so knowing that there's no time, right, and everything is existing now, so this is the parallel reality, which again lets go of the process, that there's something I must do here to allow me to be there, right? It's almost like a requirement to enter this new reality, something that you have to physically do or even manifestationally do, right? But what's happening is in that moment you are identifying as the one who does not have, you're identifying as lacking. And a lot of times we stay in that state of, well, I'm lacking and I'm doing these techniques and these things so that I can, have, right? But If there's no time and there's no process, and if you are simultaneously the one who has, right, and the one who hasn't, you're both because they both exist. And it's just about you identifying and selecting the version that has, right? um, then that lets go of the idea that it's a linear process. It's a thing that takes time. There's a reason why you can't have it now. Okay, so I'm intending that that makes sense, because that was quite a mouthful. But all right, let's move into another part of it, which is that we are conditioning the I am in every moment. Okay. So you're going to see why I started with time, because if there's no time, right, once again, like let me use myself for an example to make this hit home deeper. So let's say I'm thinking about a desire, and I'm thinking about, well, I'm not that yet, because most of the time 3D, right? Because I don't see that in 3D, or because I don't have that in 3D, or because if I were to look and check for that in my reality, it's not there. And since it's not there, then we go into all the reasons why it could not be there. I must not have done enough. I must, need to do more. I must maybe have a block. I must have resistance. I must da 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 da. And let me just say this, you guys, once again, going back to the parallel reality, is that all of that is true, you guys. I think that people will say, like, your desire is the only thing that's true, and this and this and that. But, and this is just my opinion, it's all true, because that's how you get yourself trapped in Tringsville, because you're not understanding that, yeah, you can decide that you're the one who doesn't have it, and life is going to reflect that back to you. It is. But you also can decide that you're the one that does. And not only can you, but you are every moment, right? So if you do your technique, and within the technique you're like, oh, I'm identifying, then you wake up, or you open your eyes and you're like, oh, but it's not here, so I guess it's not here, and you're walking in that assumption that it's not here, right? Really sit here and think for just a second, you guys. I'm not going to take up much more of your time, but how much are you actually, aside from when you're doing your technique, how much, and even when you're doing your technique, how much are you actually walking in the assumption that it is done and it's mine now, versus walking in the assumption it's not here but it's on the way, or I don't see it, so it can't be here yet, or there's more for me to do, right? But realize, in each of those moments in each of those moments, you are conditioning the I am. It's not here yet. You, like, that is a spell in itself. You are waving your wand and saying it's not here yet, instantaneously, and that's instantaneously being reflected back to you. I'm not the version that has it yet. Well, then you're saying that this is not working. Abracadabra, it's not working. Oh, this is taking too long. Abracadabra, it's taking long. Like, anything other than fulfillment, other than this is mine, thank you, I love it, is kind of hindering you. And I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys, like, stop. There's no reason for you to entertain bullshit thoughts. And I will end it on this note. You are unlimited. You are unlimited. Something that Neville says is that you are already all that you wish to be. And the only reason why you don't see it is, or the only reason why you're not experiencing it, is your failure to see it and to realize it. Right. And so, right now, you watching this video are God expressed. You are all that is. You're all that could be, in a body. Well, not even in a body, expressing a body, and expressing as a body and a person and an avatar. But that being that is expressing as you is full, complete, whole, and perfect. It can't lack. It can't be sick. It can't go without, truly. Um, but you never stop being God. And this is the thing. You never stop being God, and God's word is final. So whatever you say is final. If you get off of this video and you say, yeah, that was a good talk, but my SP is not here, so obviously it's not final for me. I still have something to do, right? Understand that you, as the God of your universe, as the operant power, is making that true in that moment, that it's not done and there's still something for me to do. So as you just observe yourself, for those of you who have been in the God State challenge, part of it is living from God for 7 days, really for the rest of your life. But just noticing how much you go back into the old story. Well, it's this time of year, so I just have to have this illness. Or, well, this is going on and it's been going on forever, so it just has to be like that. Well, this is something that's just going to take me time. It just has to be like that. How many times are you limiting yourself? How many times are you taking away from the name of God by identifying as something limited or lower or lacking? Okay? Poor, lonely, sick, unhealthy, whatever. Really just be aware in a moment to moment basis. And this is the last thing I'll say. And once again, realize that you're not, because I'm pre-seeing like how people react to things like this. And they're like, okay, but what am I supposed to do when I don't see the text? You don't understand that your decision, your conditioning, your identification with self is what is leading to what is happening in 3D. So you cannot look to 3D to tell you what you're going to have or what it's going to be unless you want more of what 3D is showing you. You have to be able to embody a new state, tell a new story, think a new thought, affirm a new affirmation in the face of what you don't want. Realizing that as real as what's in front of you is, so is what you want. It's already real. It's already here. It's already complete. It's already perfect. It's just, are you realizing that and are you claiming that to be true on a moment to moment basis? So I'm intending that this prospers you all immensely. I'm sure that it does. Absolutely 100% sure that it does. If you like the video, like it, share it, comment, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in another video soon.